Okay, I think I'm good to go. All right, everybody. So today the flow is going to get into a whole lot of twisting, keep in mind. A lot of crosswise movement back and forth, a lot of lengthening one side to the next. Just work with that as best you can and keep that in mind as we go through the different variations of the poses today. We're taking this towards side crow. And let me just go right into the demonstrations from here. The way we're taking this into side crow is going to be a little bit unusual. And keep in mind, if this setup isn't going to work for you for whatever reason, there's other ways to get into the pose. You're welcome to play around, but at least get into the twist if you're coming into the setup here. You don't actually have to balance everything on the hands if you're not quite feeling up for that right now. But what's going to happen at the end of the flow is you're going to find yourself in a low lunge. So basically I got my left foot forward, my right foot back. And what you're going to do is just step this back very quickly. So I'm going to bring my left foot back and then I'm going to step it forward, but I'm going to bring it up and to the right side. So I'm actually bringing my left foot past the right side of the mat. So my legs are crossed at this point. Now from here, coming into the pose, you want to work the twist that you started with the lower body. I'm going to keep my left hand down, lift the right, and then press my right elbow into the left thigh. Shift around a little bit so you can actually press the elbow into the thigh. Set the hand down on the floor to brace the twist. Bring the second hand down in line with the first. And when you come into this may already feel aggressive enough. You can just hold this twist. And if you like, you can just drop the back knee. Take at least a few deep breaths. Pull your chest forward and just hang out here for a little bit. And then you can take it through the Vinyasa. And that's fine all by itself. If you want to take this into the arm balance, then keep that back knee lifted. Start to look forward. Start to lean. Let your shoulders come forward. Bend the elbows back. And then see about lifting your front foot first. Keep on leaning forward to lift the back leg, and just take that into whatever variation of the pose you like. You got to keep shifting forward, pulling your chest forward to actually move into the arm balance, keep in mind. I'll show you from the other side. And if you want to take this further, you can always do this with this version of the pose where you basically got one leg extended behind. You can tuck the legs in, which is usually the more conventional form of the pose that you see. You can extend both legs to one side. You can scissor to opposite sides, but play around with it and see where you want to go with this. And again, you can just move into the twist, maybe just lift the front foot, and that is plenty by itself. The twist is what we're after primarily, so have that in mind. We'll move through the Vinyasa from there. So that's at the end of the flow. At the beginning of the flow, we're going to warm this up with a series of hops. So just to go through this very quickly here, you're going to start this in downward facing dog. Lift one leg, you pull this forward, bring your knee to your chest and just round for a moment. Step that foot down about halfway down the mat, and then you can lift the other foot up off the floor. Now you're setting this up to hop and switch from one foot to the next, and you can keep this pretty low. Just go ahead and keep both knees bent. Bring your weight over your hands, so shoulders over wrists, dig your fingertips down. Keep your arms vertical. You're not bending the elbows, keep in mind, and keep pressing down. You're going to press into one foot and come down on the other. You don't have to come up all that high, but keep pressing to the floor. Try to resist the landing as best you can. And if you want to take it up higher, you can take it a little bit further, and you can take this toward inversion if you like. But be consistent with whatever you're doing here. Keep pressing down to the floor, grab the mat with your fingertips, and really try to land this as light as you can. If you're on a wood floor, the idea is you want to land this making almost no noise as your feet come down back and forth. We'll keep switching back and forth, and then we'll move through the flow from there. And that is at the beginning of the sequence, so have that in mind. So to start this, bring yourself to the front of the mat. We're going to start this standing. So bring your feet in relatively close, within hips width distance. Angle the big toes toward each other at least slightly, and the heels away from each other just a bit. And then looking down at your feet, lift all 10 toes up off the floor, spread them out nice and wide. And with your toes spread wide, just take a moment here, set them down one by one. Now bring your weight forward toward your toes as far as you can. And then pull your weight back toward your heels. And let yourself center this somewhere in between. And then engage your stance from the ground on up. So tense up your thighs to pull the kneecaps up just a bit. Hold some tension in your glutes. And let your arms just hang, let your shoulders sink down, but reach the top of your head toward the ceiling, keep your spine tall, and bring your chin in just a little bit. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in, let your mind quiet down. And then to start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much as you can, try to fill up your lungs and hold on to all that breath at the top for just a moment. And then when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And then when you're ready here, take a deep inhale. And then when you exhale, just open your eyes. And just take things slow. With your next inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaches up high. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. And with the exhale, bring the hands down to heart center. And then with the hands in front, interlace the fingers, face the palms away. Keep your elbows wide here to start. And then face your palms up toward the ceiling. And then just lean over to the right side. Keep your shoulders pulled back, bring your gaze up high. And then keep your chest open like this. Come through center and lean left. Look up toward the ceiling here. Back through center. Lean right. Keep your chest open. Keep looking up. And then bring this back up through center. And lean left and try to lengthen that right side. And then just bring it up through center. We'll take one more round. Come over to the right side. Now press your hips to the left. Gaze up high. Press into both feet. And then maybe press to your palms and you can lengthen out your arms here to just deepen that stretch. Bring it up through center. Lean to your left side one more time. Gaze up high. Keep the shoulders back. If you want to go further, press to the palms. And just breathe with this. Now with your next inhale, come to vertical. Release that interlace. And with the exhale, bring the hands down through heart center to your hips. And then draw your shoulders back and just start to hinge from the hips. Lead with your chest, come down toward halfway. And then from here, just go ahead and release and bring your fingertips down to the floor. And just stay loose. Paddle out for a moment. Let your head just hang. And then while you're folded like this, we're going to take this into a different sort of twist. So why don't you put the weight to the left foot. Step the right foot back and across. Outside edges of the feet to touch. So the right foot's further left than the left foot is. Now focus the weight on the right foot. Deepen in your left knee. And just feel that stretch moving to the outer right hip. Now to take this further, if you're interested, you can walk that left hand over to the right as far as you like. And then with the left hand down, you can even open this up further. Reach your right arm high. Bring your gaze up high and just breathe here. Focus the weight on the back foot on that right foot. And then go ahead, bring the right hand down if it's lifted. And bring the feet together side by side. Step the left foot back and across and outside edges of the feet to touch. And focus the weight on your left foot deep into the right knee. Feel the stretch in the outer left hip. Now to take this further, you can walk that right hand over to the left as far as you like. And then maybe reach your left arm high and bring your gaze up toward the ceiling. Again, focus the weight on the left foot deep into the right knee. Just feel the effects of that twist. And then go ahead and release that. Bring your left hand down. Now bring your feet to side by side, still folded. And I'm just turning for the camera here. And we're going to take this into a gorilla pose. So one by one, slide your hands underneath your feet with the palms facing up. We're just using this to stretch the hands, to stretch the wrists. Bring the toes up toward the wrist creases here. Maybe dig the toes down into the bones. But spread your fingers out wide. Press your fingertips down. Keep your hands tense. And you can stay as loose on the legs as you like and keep a bend in the knees. If you want to focus on a hamstring stretch as you're stretching out the wrists, you can pull yourself down, maybe straighten your legs. And if you want to play with your balance, you can maybe lift one heel at a time. And if you're feeling bold, you can lift both heels. Just keep in mind, nothing's going to catch you if you start to fall forward. So pay attention to what you're doing. And then slowly from there, just release your hands one by one. And then with this fold, press down into the feet and bend in the knees. Bring your thighs down toward parallel to the floor. Look forward. Reach the arms straight forward. Now, we're going to take this down to a seat. You can set the hands down any time, but if you can, keep reaching forward. Maybe separate your knees. Sink your seat down low. And then you can always give it a try. Just try to sit this as lightly as you can. Almost no impact when you come down to the floor. And then once you're down, I want to stretch out the shoulders here. So feet in front of you, about hips width distance apart. Hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Now palms down, point the fingertips forward, and then walk the hands back, bend the elbows. And just take this as far back as you're able. You're looking to feel a stretch through the front of the shoulders and across the chest. Now once your hands have gone back far enough, press into your palms, grip the floor, squeeze the elbows toward each other, keep your chest pulling forward. And with all that tension in the upper body, hold on to that stretch and just fold your knees to the right and to the left, and let your lower body be loose as the knees are moving back and forth, but keep your chest pulling forward the whole time. And then just bring the knees back to center, walk the hands in close, and you can take a moment to roll your shoulders out if you like. But when you're ready, let's take this into boat. So go ahead and just send your weight on your sit bones. Take hold of the legs from behind the knees and just lean back. And when you lean back, engage your core here. Press your low back forward. Try to hold the arch in your spine. Shoulders back, open up your chest. Now you can just keep the feet hovering up off the floor. If you can, try to take this up with the shins toward parallel with the floor. And then if you can release your grip, you can keep your arms at your sides. Now, if you want to stay balanced like this is fine. If you can take this further, work the twist, and we'll take this slow. So keep the legs as they are. Bring your hands into heart center, and then just moving from the upper body, turn open your chest as far to the right as you can. And then take it slow. Come through center, and open to your left side, and it's not as easy as it looks. Bring it back through center. Open your chest to the right. Try to keep the legs where they are. And then bring it back through center. And just lightly twist open to your left side. Not really lightly, actually. Take it as deep as you can. Now bring it back through center. We'll take it one more round. Open your chest to the right. And then through center. And twist to your left side one more time. And then just go ahead and bring this back into center. And once you come back to center, release it. Bring your feet down, your hands down as well. And then we'll take this onto this, basically in a reclining position. So I want you to extend your left leg forward. Keep the right foot behind your left leg, but come down to the left forearm and bring the right hand down in front of your chest. So you're leaning on the left hip. Now once you come down, I want you to rotate that left leg internally. So try to point the toes of the left foot toward the ceiling as best you can. And then press into both hands, lift your left hip up off the floor. And keep the toes of the left foot pointed up. Now lift the left foot up as high as you can. And then bring it back down. Lift your left foot again, and then set it back down. Now one more time, lift, keep it lifted, try to keep the toes pointed up. And then bend your left knee, touch the right knee with your left heel, extend the left leg. And then left heel to the right knee, and extend the leg. One more time, left heel to the right knee, extend the leg, toe pointing high, and then let's take this higher, lifting the toe with a pulse of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back down. And then roll to the other side. So come onto your right hip, right leg's extended, left foot flat behind your right leg, come down to the right forearm, left hand comes down in front of your chest. Now lean onto both hands, point the toes of the right foot toward the ceiling, try to maintain that internal rotation as best you can, and then lift your right hip up off the floor. Now lift the right foot high as you can, toe pointed up, and set the heel down. Lift the right foot again. Set it back down. Right foot high, hold here. And then go ahead and bring the right heel to touch the left knee. Extend the leg. Heel to knee again. And extend the leg. Heel to knee one more time. Extend the leg, keep it lifted, keep the toe pointed up, and then pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it all down. And then come back to your left hip. Left leg extended. And this time, step the right foot in front of your left leg. Now the left forearm's down, the right hand's in front of your chest. The toes of the left foot are going to point to the side this time. And then just lean into this. Now lift your left hip up off the floor. The left foot's going to be down. And then as best you can, lift that left foot up off the floor. Set it back down. Lift your left foot again. Set it back down. Left foot up, hold here. And then bend the left knee, pull the heel toward your seat. And extend the left leg, keep it lifted. Bend the knee, pull the heel in, and extend your left leg. One more time, bend the knee. Now extend the left leg and then just set yourself down. And then take it onto the right hip. So right leg's extended, the toes stay pointed to the side. Step the left foot forward to the right. Now come onto the right forearm and onto your left hand. And as you lean into both hands, lift that right hip up off the floor. Now from here, lift the right foot as best you can. Set it back down. Lift the right foot. Set it back down. And then lift one more time. And hold it here. Now bend the right knee, pull the heel to your seat. And then extend the leg. Again, pull the heel in and extend your right leg. One more time, pull the heel in. And one more time, extend. Set yourself back down. And then once you come back down, come up to a seat, cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands, come onto hands and knees for just a moment. You want to take this through opening up the front of the body here. So like you're about to come into child's pose, I want you to bring your knees out wide, wider than your hips. Point the toes toward each other or in towards center. And then walk your hands back, come down to sitting on your heels. And keep in mind, we're going to take this into a bridging motion from here. To make this work, you need to engage this properly. So you're going to kick your feet into the floor, squeeze your glutes as you press your hips up and forward. And keep in mind, if you're not doing that, you're not going to get a whole lot out of this. So work this as best you can. So hands behind the shoulders, about shoulder width. Try to stay light in the hands on the fingertips. And let's take this back and forth. So with an inhale, kick into the floor, squeeze your glutes, let your head fall back. And then with the exhale, just come back down. Inhale, lift your hips, press forward and up. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift like this one more time. Open up the front of your body. And then exhale, sink down. And then from here, we're going to take it side to side. So your left hand stays down. With your next inhale, sweep the right arm left and lift. And then with the exhale, bring it all down. Other way, right hand sets. Inhale, sweep your left arm right. Exhale, come down. Inhale, sweep the right arm left and open up. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, sweep your left arm right again. Exhale, come down. Now inhale, sweep the right arm left and hold here. Let your head fall back. Keep reaching with that right arm. Keep breathing. And kick into that right foot. To take it further, as you stretch your right arm long, kick into the right foot. Try to hover the right knee up off the floor. And just keep that length of the front of your body. And then go ahead and bring this all the way down. Right hand sets. When you're ready, sweep your left arm right. Hold here. Now let your head fall back, keep the hips pressing forward, stretch your left arm long, maybe take it further, kick in your left foot, try to hover that left knee. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come back down. And then once you come back down, bring your hands forward, come into all fours again. And in all fours, just take a moment here and move around. Stretch your hands, stretch your fingers, let your shoulders and hips move side to side, just feel things out. And loosen up your spine for a moment. And then bring this into center. We're going to take one more wrist stretch from here. So when you're in all fours, I want you to walk your hands back, maybe about one hand's length in front of your knees. And then with your palms facing down, rotate each hand. Fingertips out to the side. Try to point the fingertips in toward the knees. Just come as far in that rotation as you can. Do it on both sides. Now press your palms down flat. Spread the fingers out wide. Dig your fingertips down into the mat. Press your spine toward the ceiling. And if this is enough, just stay here. Keep that tension in your hands. Let the stretch move through the wrists and into the forearms. Now, if you want to stay here, keep your spine lifted, shoulder blades spread apart. You can just sway this side to side if you like. And if you want to take this further, work this with a little bit of a twist. Squeeze your legs together, knees together, feet together as well. And then as you're gripping the floor, just cross the right leg behind the left, touch a knee to the floor. And then bring the right leg back down, back to center. Left knee down past your right leg. Keep gripping with your fingers. And then come back to center. And then right knee down to the left, cross your legs. Come back to center here. Left knee down to the right. And bring it back to center. And just take one more round. Cross the right leg behind the left again. Maybe lean this further back, but keep your spine lifted. And then bring it back to center. Cross the left knee behind the right leg. Maybe lean back, but keep gripping the floor. And then just bring it back to center here. And then once you come back to center, come up onto the fingertips down to sitting on your heels. And take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. And then when you're ready, just come back into all fours. Now wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips, just to set this up. Now press down to your palms, tuck the toes of both feet, and then just hover your knees up off the floor. Now stay ready to bounce here. So you're more or less in a crouched position. And I just want you to take this back and forth, still twisting here through the lower body. So underneath, step the right foot under and across to your left side. And then step the left foot right. And just keep on stepping back and forth here. Now keep your feet toward the back of the mat. The hands stay where they are, so you're not really going anywhere, keep in mind. And just work as deep a twist as you can as you step your feet over from one side to the next. Now keep pressing down to your hands. Let your hips twist. And then just finish this with your left foot stepping as far as you can bring it over to the right. And then from here, just bring your feet in line. The right foot's on the right side, the left foot's on the left, but still with the knees lifted. Now hover the knees up off the floor and just bring them down low. And then press your seat back toward your heels. And we're going to step this crosswise as well, but this time we're going to bring it forward. So I want you to bring this forward. Right foot stepping up and to the left, maybe even past the edge of your mat. And then step this all the way back. Left foot up and to the right. And then step this back. Right foot up to the left again. And then step it back. Left foot up and to the right. Step it back. Right foot up and to the left. Step it back again. Left foot up and to the right. And then step it back. Now one more round. Right foot up and to the left. Hold here. Now the legs are already crossed. Press into the right hand. We're going to work that twist that I demonstrated before. So lift your left hand, press the left elbow into your right thigh, and then set the left palm down on the floor. Now use that left arm to brace the twist. Press into your right leg. And if you want to take it further, bring the right hand in line with the left. And just to take things a little bit further still, shoulders folded, elbows bent. See if you can just lift that right foot up off the floor. And this is where we're going, toward that side crow. Go ahead, step the right foot back. Now from here, when you're ready, take it to the other side. Left foot forward, up and to the right this time. Now press in your left hand, lift the right. Press the right elbow into your left thigh. Now set the right hand on the floor to brace that twist. Left hand comes down in line with the right, maybe to stay here. And if you want to feel it out further, shoulders forward as the elbows bend, maybe let your left foot lift for just a moment. And then release that. Go ahead, step it back. Bring your knees down, take a couple breaths here. And you just take a moment to move and breathe if you like. You can take another stretch if you want. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and bring yourself into your downward facing dog. Now, once you come into your down dog, just take a moment, move things around. And then take a look at how you set things up. So hands about shoulder width distance apart, flatten your palms. Now you want to feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs, keep in mind, so truly keep your hands flat. And then sink your chest low to the floor. Now even as your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high toward the ceiling as you can, and you're reaching through the hips to extend the upper body as long as you can from the wrist creases through to the hips. Try to keep the upper body in one long line. Hold some tension through your belly and around your ribs. Now if your legs are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, you can always keep a bend in the knees, keep in mind. And you can always just pedal this out, let your hips move side to side and stay loose. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, and step this to the front of your mat. Let's take a ragdoll fold. So feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend your knees. Let your belly touch your thighs, let your head hang, let your spine round. And let everything go long and loose here, let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor, you can reach the opposite elbows if you like, and maybe shake this side to side to loosen further. And then from wherever you are, just release any grip that you have, but keep the knees bent to begin. And slowly restack your spine. So round this upper standing, bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. And take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with your next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. So hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in your knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release this at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor, to the shins, lengthen forward to the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Let's step this back to high plank. Now find your shape here. Wrist the shoulders, palms, press down, press the floor away from you. Press your spine toward the ceiling. Keep that lift and keep your core engaged to hold your hips around the shoulders and heels best you can. Take an inhale here. And then with the exhale, bring the shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line, elbows pulled into your sides, and lower with control all the way down into your belly. Once you're down, flatten the feet out behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows in your sides. And let's take this up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll it back down. Inhale, peel this up again. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, peel up one more time. Now stay lifted here. Keep the lift in your upper body, press into your feet. Take some or all the weight out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, keep your gaze forward. And then use the muscles lining your spine. Lift your chest up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, roll back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, press the palms to the floor. Let's take it to upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet, and keep your legs active. Work to lift the knees up from the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes. Try to pull the hips forward to help deepen and lengthen the arc all through the front. Now lift up with your arms, but lift with your shoulders as well. Keep your neck nice and long, keep your chest pulling forward. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly in. Bring your hips up high, back to down dog. Paddle out for a moment, let your hips move side to side. Now from your downward facing dog, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with your right leg lifted, move into a scorpion dog. Bend the right knee, hang the right foot left. Let your hips open up and keep the shoulders square. Just feel the twist. With your next inhale, straighten the right leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale the right leg high. Exhale, twist, knee to left elbow. Inhale the right leg high. And then exhale, forward, knee to chest. Now stay forward, stay lifted around your spine. And then set the right foot down halfway down the mat and lift the left foot up off the floor. Now you can keep both knees bent, maybe straighten the left leg. You can keep it lower, take it high. But pressing your palms, dig your fingertips down, keep the arms straight, shoulders over wrists. And as you press down, press into the right foot, come down on the left lightly. And then press into your left foot and land this on the right. Press into the right foot, come down on the left again. Press back into your left foot and land on the right. Now press into the right foot, land on the left one more time. Left foot on the floor, right foot lifted, take an inhale. And with the exhale, set the right foot down between your hands. Now slide your left foot back, come into low lunge. And then take it down lower, left knee down, left foot flat behind. Sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready, open this up. With an inhale, reach your arms up high. So Anjaneyasana here. Let the hips sink down and forward. Bring your gaze up high. And stretch the arms up and back. Keep the front of the left side nice and long and just breathe. Take an inhale here. Now with the exhale, look forward. Just bring your torso up, right? Press into the right foot. Stack your hips over your left knee. And bring the hands into heart center. We'll take this into a half camel variation here. So kicking your left foot, press down to the right. Keep your glutes squeezing, your hips pressing forward. And then when you're ready, just walk your gaze up the front wall and find the point of the ceiling directly above you. Now as you hold on to this, keep your shoulders back, keep your chest open, keep your hips pressed forward. And we're going to take this to a little bit of twisting here. So as you look up, reach your arms straight up toward the ceiling. And then take an inhale. Now at the exhale, reach that right hand down, follow the right hand with your gaze. Inhale, both arms high, back to center. Exhale, twist again. Reach the right arm down and look down. Inhale, both arms up high. Exhale, one more time, twist. Right hand down, look down toward the floor. Keep reaching high with your left arm. And you can always bring that right hand back toward the left heel if you like. Left hip still pulling forward. Keep the front of your body long and open. Keep breathing. With your next inhale, reach both arms high, look forward. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to your hips. Now when you're ready, just bring your weight forward to the right foot. Tuck the toes left foot. We're going to take a pyramid stance here. So the weight comes to the right foot. Left foot steps forward one pace behind the right. So about 3 feet front to back, a little bit shorter. Still hips width distance side to side so the hips are squared forward. Both legs straight. Left foot rotates to the side about 45 degrees or so. Pull the right hip back, the left hip forward. Keep your hands on your hips and keep the shoulders pulled back. We're just going to fold this toward halfway down. Try to hold the arch in your low back as best you can. Keep your core engaged. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, hinge from the hips, lead with your chest, come toward halfway down. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward again, just toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward, just toward halfway down, and hold. Now you can always keep your torso up a little bit higher. Shoulders still pulled back. Still try to press your low back forward. And if you're going to take it deep, no lower than parallel with the floor. Now to take this further here, go ahead and reach your left arm back and your right arm forward. And then only moving from the upper body, everything else stays in place. Switch out the arms, right arm back, left arm forward. Switch again with the right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. Switch again, right arm forward. Now one more time, left arm forward, hold here. And then right hand to your hip, left arm outside the right leg, and twist. Pull the right shoulder back and bring your gaze to the right side. Now right shoulder high, use that left arm, press it into the right leg. You can slide further into this if you like, but try to keep your spine still extended, still with the crown of the head reaching forward. Look up toward the ceiling, keep breathing. Right hip back, left hip forward here. You can always bend to that right knee if you need to. With your next inhale, come back to center, hands on your hips. And then put the weight to the right foot. Come to standing with your left knee high. Take a moment just to find your balance here. Now dig into the right big toe, keep your gaze forward. And then from here, I want to take this back and forth, stepping the left foot down. Now bend to the right knee, bring the left heel to the floor, forward of your right foot, come down low. And then come back up to standing with your left knee high. Again, just touch the left heel down to the floor in front of you, no weight on that foot. And then bring yourself back up with the left knee high. One more time, bring the left heel down in front of you. Come back up the vertical with the left knee lifted. And we're going to take a dancer variation. Now line the left knee up with the right and reach back with your right hand. We'll take a reverse grip. So take hold of the inside edge of your left foot with the right hand. And just keep that grip, press into the right big toe. I'm trying to stay balanced here, see if I can stay upright. Now from here, we're still just gonna move a little bit before we go to a forward pose. So bend to the right knee, touch your left knee to the back of the right leg somewhere, and then bring yourself back upright. Again, sink down, left knee to the back of your right leg, and then come back up. One more time, sink down, left knee to the back of the right leg, stay here for a moment. And then we'll take this to the forward pose. So kick into the right hand, lift your left knee, and lean forward against the kick. Now maybe you straighten the right leg, maybe keep your knee bent. Keep your gaze forward, shoulders back. If you want to take it deeper, you can keep hinging from that right foot and maybe reach with your left arm. But just take this to where you can, keep breathing here. Now from wherever you are, take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly release both hands down, left foot steps down behind you, low lunge. And then from low lunge, just pressing your hands, step the right foot straight back, and then come forward to the twist. Bring the right foot forward up and to the left side. Now to move into that twist further, like we did before, pressing your right hand, lift the left. Press the left elbow into the right thigh and set your left hand to brace this. Now see that the right hand is set in line with the left and maybe just stay here good enough. And you can start to lean this forward to make the twist a little bit more aggressive. Now if you want to take this toward balancing, shoulders forward as the elbows bent, see about lifting that right foot. Maybe keep on leaning to lift that left leg. You can take the pose into whatever form you like. When you're ready, go ahead, step it back, fly it back, take it to your Vinyasa. We'll meet in down dog. And once you find your down dog, give yourself a moment, pedal things out. So from your downward facing dog, inhale your left leg high. And with your left leg lifted, open this to a scorpion dog. Bend the left knee, hang the left foot right, just feel that twist, keep your shoulders square to the front. With the inhale, straighten the left leg, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it forward, knee to chest, shoulders over wrists. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, twist, knee to right elbow. Inhale the left leg high. And then exhale forward, knee to chest, stay forward here. And step your left foot down halfway down the mat. Lift the right foot up off the floor. Now again, we're setting up those hops. Pressing your palms, keep the arms straight, keep them vertical, shoulders over wrists, grip the floor with your fingers. Now take it higher, keep it low, but pressing your left foot, land lightly on the right. And then pressing your right foot, come down on the left. Pressing your left foot, land this on the right again. Press back into the right foot, come down on the left. Pressing your left foot, land on the right one more time. Right foot on the floor, left foot lifted, take an inhale. And with the exhale, step your left foot down, slide your right foot back, low lunge. Now from here, bring it down lower. Right knee down, right foot flat behind. Sink the hips down, press them forward. When you're ready with an inhale, open this up and reach the arms up high. So again, Vinyasa, let the hips sink down and forward. Lengthen out the front of the right side. Keep the arms reaching up and back. Keep looking up and just keep breathing. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bring your gaze forward, bring yourself upright. Hands to your hips, press into that left foot, stack your hips over the right knee. And again, we're taking that half camel variation here. Now kick into the right foot, press into the left, keep your hips pressing forward. Hands to heart center. Now just walk your gaze up the wall in front of you. Find the point in the ceiling directly above you. Check in here. Release the shoulders down, keep your hips forward. You can stay like this if this is enough. Now to take this further, reach your arms straight up, palms facing in. And then just work the twist as you're leaning back. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, reach that left hand down, follow the left hand with your gaze. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, twist with that left hand reaching down. Inhale, back to center, both arms high. Exhale, twist it one more time. Left arm down, right arm high. You can bring that left hand to your right heel if you like, but keep your hips pressing forward, keep breathing, and stay open toward the left side. Now with your next inhale, reach both arms up high, look forward. And then with the exhale, hands to your hips. Now lean the weight forward, the left foot tuck the toes to the right. Back to that pyramid stance. Bring the right foot forward one pace behind the left. And still with the hips squared, so the feet is about hips width distance side to side. Both legs straight. Now pull the left hip back, right hip forward. Right foot's angled to the side 45 degrees or so. And then just keep your hands in your hips, keep your shoulders pulled back, and we'll take this halfway down. So take an inhale. And then with the exhale, lead with your chest. Hinge from the hips again. Come down toward halfway. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge forward. Try to hold the arch in your low back. Inhale, bring this all the way up. Exhale, hinge this forward one more time. Stay forward. Now you don't have to take it super deep. You can bring it a little bit higher. If you're going to take it deep, no lower than parallel with the floor, keep that engagement. Left hip back, right hip forward. And then reach your left arm back and the right arm forward from here. Now just moving from the upper body, switch it out with your left arm forward and then switch with the right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. Switch again, right arm forward. Switch again, left arm forward. And then one more time with the right arm forward, hold here. Left hand to left hip, right arm outside your left leg. Now use that right arm, press it to your left leg, draw the left shoulder back, bring your gaze up high. Now try to keep that twist, but keep your spine extended. You're still reaching forward through the crown of your head. You can always bend that left knee if you need to. You can always slide that right arm further across, but keep breathing here. With your next inhale, just bring yourself upright, hands on your hips. And then put the weight to the left foot, come forward with your right knee high, and just take a moment to find your balance. Now dig in the left big toe, just slow your breathing down, keep your gaze forward. And then from here, just start to dip it down slow. Bend into your left knee, touch the right heel to the floor in front of you, just lightly. Come back up with the right knee high. Again, bend the left knee, right heel just lightly touches down. And then bring yourself back up. One more time, bend your left knee, touch your right heel down. Bring yourself back to vertical. And then line the right knee up with the left and reach back with your left hand. Find that reverse grip. So left hand comes to the inside edge of the right foot. Now kick into the hand, line up your knees to start. Again, keep looking forward. Now bend your left knee, sink down. Right knee touches the back of your left leg. Bring it back up to vertical. Again, come down, right knee to the back of your left leg. And come back up. One more time, touch the right knee to the back of your leg, hold here. And then start to kick in your left hand, lean forward against the tension of the kick. Now it doesn't have to be extreme, just take it to where you can. You can keep the left knee bent, you can straighten the leg. Draw the left shoulder forward to bring the right knee higher. And maybe even reach your right arm forward. Just take this to where you can here. Now when you're ready, take an inhale. With the exhale, release both hands down, right foot down behind your low lunge. Now once you come into low lunge, let's reset for that twist. Step your left foot straight back, and then step your left foot forward, up and to the right. So with the lower body twisted, pressing the left hand, lift the right. Right elbow presses to your left thigh. Ground that right palm to the floor to brace the twist. Left hand in line with the right. And maybe stay here, look forward, start to lean. Now if you're going to take it further, shoulders forward, elbows back, lift that left foot up off the floor. Keep looking forward, keep leaning to lift the right leg. And again, take whatever version of the pose you like. When you're ready, move to another Vinyasa. Once you come into the down dog, let's take this to half pigeon. With an inhale, raise the right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, just bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now go ahead, flatten the left foot behind you, straighten your left leg, pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right, and sink your weight straight down. Now look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer right hip or toward the glutes. You can keep your spine extended like this. This might be good enough. If you want to take the extension deeper, you can work this toward one of the back bends. And if you want to settle in and chill out, you can come down to the elbows. Maybe melt down all the way. Just take it to where you need to right now. Now if your hands are forward, walk them into center. And we're going to take this to another pose. When the hands are close enough, roll yourself down to the right hip, swing your left leg forward. And we're going to take a set up into Janu Shasana from here. So the left leg stays extended, right knee bent. And just bring the sole of the right foot to the inner left thigh as high as you're comfortable with. Now sit this upright, turn toward your left leg, reaching your arms up high. When you're ready here, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just hinge from the hips, come halfway down, and hands down either side of your left leg. Now here again, I want you to use your core. So press your low back forward, touch your belly to your left thigh. And if that doesn't happen by itself, if your hamstrings are tight, you're going to have to bend your left knee and bring the thigh up to your belly, but find the contact one way or the other. Now find your grip. You can hold the shin, the ankle, the foot, whatever serves you best. And then pull yourself forward. So you're trying to flatten the upper body out on that left thigh. Now feel that stretch, but feel the engagement as well. So keep your core tense. Keep pulling your torso forward. You're trying to tip the pelvis toward the left leg and relax the left leg at the same time. Now if you start with a bent knee, you can press that heel forward as long as your belly's still touching your thigh. And if you want to take this with a twist, left hand down at your side, right hand to the outside edge of the left foot. And then as you draw yourself forward, bring the right shoulder down and open your chest to the left side, but keep your belly touching your thigh. Just take this to where you can here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release, bring yourself upright. Now once you're up, keep the legs in this setup. I want to take this with a side bend. So I want you to turn open your chest toward the right knee. Reach the arms wide in line with your left leg. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, left forearm down inside your left leg. Sweep the right arm across and reach for your left big toe. Now if you touch a toe, it's great. If you don't worry about it. Just keep reaching. So the right shoulder's high. Look up toward the ceiling. Stretch long through the right side. But if you really want to engage this further, use your left arm, press into your left leg, and try to rotate, opening your chest toward the ceiling as that right arm is stretching long. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring yourself all the way to an upright seat. When you're ready, just cross at the ankles, roll your hands forward, step back to down dog. And we'll take all that on the other side. So when you're ready here, inhale your left leg up high. Exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist ankle, somewhere behind the right. Flatten your right foot, straighten your right leg, pull the right hip forward, and keep it in line with the left. Just sink your weight straight down. And look for at least some of that stretch on the bent leg side, outer left hip toward your glutes again. Now, keep your torso upright, pull your chest forward to start. You can always just stay here. Again, you can go deeper to extension toward one of the back bends. If you want to settle in, you can come down to the elbows, maybe melt down all the way. Take it to where you need to. All right, now here again, if your hands are forward, walk them back in. When the hands are close enough, lower yourself to the left hip. Swing your right leg forward, and let's find Janu Shasana on this side. So the right leg's extended, the left knee's bent, so the left foot to the inner right thigh, and again, just set it up as high as you're comfortable with. Give yourself a moment to sit this upright. Turn toward the right leg, both arms high, take an inhale. And then with the exhale, hinge from the hips, bring it down halfway, hands on either side of your right leg. Now use your core, press your low back forward, try to find the arch in your spine to touch your belly to the right thigh. If you need to, bend the right knee and bring the thigh up to your belly, find the contact one way or the other. Now, you can hold the shin, the ankle, the foot, whatever works best, but pull yourself forward, try to open up your chest, lead with your chest into the fold, and flatten your torso out in the right thigh. Now, if you can take it further, if you start with a bent knee, you can press that heel forward, but keep your belly touching your thigh the whole time. And if you want to take it with the twist, you can set the right hand down at your side, left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. And as you draw yourself forward with that left arm, sink the left shoulder down and look to the right. Just take this to where you can. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release from here. Bring yourself all the way upright. Let's take the side bend. So the legs stay as they are, but turn and open your chest toward the left knee. Reach the arms in line with your right leg. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring the right forearm down inside the right leg. Sweep the left arm across. Reach for the right big toe. Now left shoulder high. Bring your gaze up high. Stretch this out long. If you touch a toe, that's great. If you don't worry. Just keep reaching. But if you want to take it deep, press the right arm into the right leg. Try to rotate your chest toward the ceiling as you're stretching through that left arm. Just breathe with us here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release. Bring yourself upright. Now this time, bring the hands down behind you and then lower yourself all the way down onto your back. Once you're down, draw your knees into your chest, just squeeze everything in for a moment. And then let's take this into happy baby. Go ahead, reach between the knees, take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees, and then draw down. Try to press your knees to the floor outside your ribs. Now as you pull down, press back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working both directions. Try to flatten your spine. And you can rock this side to side if you want to take it further. And if you want to take it further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms for the ceiling. And then just let your eyes close here and let your body sink down into the mat. And then when you're ready, just start to move again here bit by bit. Fingers and toes. Arms and legs. Take an inhale, reach your arms out long past your head and just let your body stretch out for a moment. And then draw things back in. Pull your elbows toward your chest, draw your knees up as well. And then just take your time here. Find your way up to a comfortable seat. And then just ground yourself into the mat, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. Take a deep inhale here, hold on to at the top. And then just let everything go. I thank you for joining class. Namaste.